Hello, my name is Jacqueline Sewava, and today I'm so excited to welcome you here on You and I, Heartfelt Marriages, a program that happens here at Gaba Community Church every first Saturday and last Saturday of the month. We are so excited to always have you watching us and learning from us here at Gaba Community Church. Today in the studios here, we have the Chiwewas. They're going to introduce themselves to us after we have watched this next, the video that is coming on. I had an opportunity to go into their home, and you will be so surprised to see what they are doing to cause a transformation. Please enjoy the video.
You're most welcome to our kitchen. I'm so much excited to have you, all of you here. My name is Victoria Chiwewa. I'm married to Mr. Chiwewa William, and together we have 2 children. One is a 6-year-old, Jethro Mukisa, and a 2.5 years old, Kayla Mulungi Chiwewa. We are so excited to have you here. Victoria Chiwewa is an accountant, but on top of that, passionate about baking.
Did your parents train you into this?
No, I've never been trained into this.
So
maybe
how did
cooking, but not baking.
Yeah, I know you love baking, but you're good at this. I see these things. I'm seeing cakes here. I'm seeing the daddies there. I am wondering how this whole thing started. How did it start?
I would say there are people that I looked up to, people who had done this business before and have succeeded in it. And one of them is actually my uncle, who owns Denevo Bakery. Most people know it, and most people love his products.
Wow.
Yeah.
When did you start?
I started way back in 2013. 2013. By then, it was called a VKB.
I'm sorry to ask, weren't you very young at that time?
No, I was at university in my 3rd year.
Okay.
Third year? I think the 2nd semester.
Okay.
Or towards the end of 1st semester. So that's when I started.
Okay.
So I started with daddies.
Okay.
So I started selling.
Where are the daddies? These?
This is the final product.
Okay.
And this is the work in progress. This is yet to be finished.
So?
By then I was selling 500. At least it was generating some little income for us. So immediately after campus, I still had the thought, even though I was looking for employment, but I still had the thought to grow my business. I actually started with 70,000.
Wow.
So the nature of my business, being to be an alinetaga, was sigiri, that is the charcoal stove, then jalo, nekalai, mainly. Those were the assets, zenetaga, then katibino, bulala, maybe no wood spices or but I started the business with 70,000 and we keep progressing. Tetwali na chuma kino. So someone can look at this nagamba goyogera bwotyo kubanga you have, but I would tell you frankly, the people who saw me starting twali tukandisa mikono.
Is your husband part of your business?
Yes, he is. He's very supportive.
Wow.
He's supported us financially, emotionally, even actively involved. Anonya ba customers, natufunira akatale. He delivers the cakes, the tukola. During this COVID, it's when I started the cake business.
Wow.
Because our market, yabana basomero for daddies, because people have known Lifon for daddies. So akatale bekagwa, like kabana bali waka, we had no alternative apart from diversifying. Anyone who is watching us, think of an idea and put it into practice. Every simple step counts.
Wow, that was so amazing. Wow, I cannot wait to hear what you're going to be sharing with our audience today, the Chiwewas. You know, I know you, but I want the audience to get to know the people they have seen in the video. I mean, you're doing amazing things. So can you tell the people that are watching you who you are? Who are you? Who are the Chwewas?
Thank you so much, Jackie. Greetings to you, whoever is watching us out there. My name is William Chiwewa, and this is my lovely wife.
Victoria Chiwewa.
We're so excited to be here in the studios with you and just being able to kind of give a snapshot in what God is doing in our lives, in our family, and what the future holds amidst this uncertain period of COVID-19 where everyone is in panic and kind of the future is blurry. So over to you, Jackie.
Who are you? We were okay. Do you have children? How many? Vicky, do you have? I mean, you look so skinny. You don't seem like you've given birth to any child. Do you have children?
Thank you so much, Jackie. Yes, we have 2 children. One is a 6-year-old, and the second one is a 2-year-old. And we've been married for almost 7 years now.
Wow. Vicky, you're such an amazing woman. I loved coming to your home. And I would love you to share with our viewers what elements have made this successful. You know, people would love to do what you're doing, but they want to know what are those things that have made you to shine out there. What are those things? Can you please share with us?
Thank you again. There are quite a number of things, but I'll share a few of these things that have helped us manage the business. One of them is having a plan. You have a plan, you have a vision, you really want to achieve something. So having that plan and placing it before God, because the Bible says that commit to the Lord all your plans and they shall be established. So I also had a plan, I had a vision, so I took it to God, and that is one of the things that has helped me. So each time that I get challenged, I run back to God for courage and strength. Secondly, after having that purpose, it is hard work. Like when you came, you saw what we were doing. It's really hard work. It's not only talking about something, but actively getting involved into seeing that vision being established. Then the other thing,
Your husband can chip in and help a bit.
Yeah, Jackie and everyone viewing us, one would say that I married over my head. I mean, I married up. I've seen this wife, my best friend, my girlfriend. I usually tease Vicky, and I'm like, I see her waking up and praying about something. Once she sets out to do something, she commits to it. And it's that commitment that drives me to just sit back and say, okay, we will commit resources to do A, B, C, and D. And that's so the birth of Lifon. When this lady decided to start this business, she was formerly employed, earning a lot of money. I mean, I would say a lot of money. She was managing a big government fund that was about $30 million, and she was being remunerated in a way that no one would give up that job to go in the backyard and start baking. And when she said, I am quitting for baking, I was like, you're crazy. And I want to be real about this because everyone would love to stay. But I testify about my wife, she's a one-line girl.
Okay.
Government has its dynamics, and I told her, you're working for government, you're going to see a lot of unstraight things. Okay. And if you try to bend this, you may not straighten it. She's like, I would rather quit, do my thing, than see these guys come before me, and I'm like, hey, these are not 10 health centers, they are 5. Where are the rest? And they're like, what don't you understand? So that resilience and purpose she found brings me the joy. And you know, it's better to find purpose than have a good paying job. It's better to find your purpose in life than have nice cars. It's better to run after purpose And that's what I've seen her do. She's been running after purpose. And I'm like, yes, this is worth pursuing. And I think that's part of what has caused the momentum amidst a season where things would not actually work out. I'm encouraged to see that these baby steps are yielding more results in a season where things should not actually bring bearing fruit. So I think finding purpose and pursuing that purpose is what I've seen Victoria finding, and I'm like, I am ready to ride along you and alongside you and support what you do. And it has become our, unified purpose to pursue.
Wow. You've talked about several things. I mean, you've shared here. Vicky, you talked about having a plan, a vision. And what else did you say? I've had a plan, I've had a vision. And then you're talking about purpose and resilience, commitment, and momentum. I mean, those are things that I'm seeing here that many of us sometimes are lacking. The issue of commitment. Sometimes we start something and then when it doesn't work out, you withdraw. I mean, I'm wondering, how have you been able to commit, Vicky, to this? What has made you, push up and go forward?
It's passion. I would summarize it in one word called passion. Passion will make you do a lot of things. It will make you sacrifice a lot so that you don't actually feel that you're tired, but each day you want to become better. Each day I found myself researching about baking, sleeping late, or waking up very early because I love what I do.
Wow, your husband has shared about you quitting your well-paying job. Why did you have to quit from a well-paying job into baking? Why did you do that?
Actually, it was, I would say, remember I told you I started baking over now 10 years ago. And I kept on saving and saving. So eventually it came as an idea. So I thought about rebranding, thinking about coming up with a business name.
Are you talking about rebranding yourself?
No, rebranding the company name, because formerly it was a different name.
So did you have that company?
I had it, but
before?
It was not registered.
Okay.
So I thought about changing a name. That was last year. I was really getting good money, so it was a thought, I would say. So when the thought came, you use this money for purchasing equipment. So it came as an idea. So eventually, because I had purchased the machines, so I was like, I can give it a try. So, but then I need time. I need more time. And the fact that from last year I was working as a consultant and on a part-time basis, which I still do, but I thought of putting more energy and time into growing Lifon. So those were the baby steps. And I remember on 3rd December, I launched out and started the Lifon business.
Wow. I mean, you're doing big things. What comes first to you as a couple? Is it love or business? What comes first, Mr. Chiwewa?
It's amazing what comes first in a relationship. What comes off the pages or the heart or anything is love. When you think about love, it just takes you back to John 1:1. Or, when God was starting to create the heavens and earth, he's like, without Jesus or without the word, nothing was. And love is one of those mostly used words. And in John 3:16, the Bible says, for God so loved the world that he gave. Love comes first. You cannot give time to what you don't love. You cannot give commitment to what you don't love. So to us, love comes first. And that cuts across everything you see, from our children, from the things we've done, and to the business. And I'll tell you that Lifoni, that Victoria is running, is something bigger. When you look at it, she is committed to getting young girls and calling out their potential and launching them out to earn a dignified income. So there's a bigger vision to it. And at an opportune time, when it finally unfolds, you'll get to perceive it fully. But I would say that love comes first. When you don't love, it's hard for you to succeed. When you don't love something, it's hard for you to find it purposeful in your life. You know, I love my pastor. He's one person that I have served under and I have worked with, and I have discovered two things about him. And one of the things I've discovered is he loves what he does without hesitation.
Yeah.
And because he loves, he commits a lot. And he sacrifices a lot. There are things that I've seen about him that a normal human being wouldn't do. You love traveling, Jackie. I think I'm talking about you. But there are journeys that this man would make, and you would say, he would rather rest.
Yeah.
But because of love for what he has to do, which directly does not concern him, he's like, I would rather go an extra mile. So that love has forced us to go an extra mile in several things and creating bases that will provide a security for our kids, but also to help the people that are close and dear to us. And we believe that the ripple effect will create this vision to be bigger and better as the Lord continues to lead and guide us. So I would say love first, and then the rest will follow. Love does something, you know. You can't say you love and you stay where you are. So when I told Victoria, I love you, I had to take that step and move and say, hey, I love you. You have to do something. Love is not static.
Yeah,
it causes you
yeah.
to move in a positive direction or even in a negative if you're not really careful.
Vicky, what would you have to say about that?
I would say love first as
Okay.
well.
Mm-hmm.
Because actually he has said it all. But love first. Love in relation to the marrieds, loving yourselves, loving your husband, loving your wife, loving your children, and also business-wise, love what you do.
I have realized that it's very easy to love when there is no money. That's it. But when money comes in, usually challenges come with money, you know. So I would love you to share with the audience, some realistic ideas here. If someone presented to you a big deal and you're supposed to travel somewhere, you know, to crack the deal, would you give up on something to pursue that? Would you?
It depends on which deal. It
Okay.
could be in line with your business, but I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but
Mr.
it depends on which deal. But I wouldn't give up.
Yeah, you know, money matters a big thing in life. When you start life, especially when we're married, you can't take out money. We need money to do a lot of things. Money is an answer to so many things. But the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. There is that point when money becomes a problem. But I'll tell you from experience that we have tried to share our money. There are moments when I'm really, really broke, and this woman is like, hey, here is some money for gas. It's beautiful. There are moments when the business is broke, and I'm like, okay, we can use that money for that. And part of it is when you don't have money, sometimes it's hard to show or demonstrate or be perceived to love or do something. So we need to work. We need to work. We need to create avenues that can leverage us economically. I think that's biblical because God rewards hard work.
Yes.
But also knowing how to handle your monies as a family. My wife has passwords to our main bank account.
Wow.
So
wow.
I can get into the money, she can get into the money. But here is the magic. There are deals that have presented themselves to me. And I will roll you back to what I started with, that finding purpose is better than finding money. Finding something worth to live for is better than finding the best country to live in. It's better than finding the best car to drive. When I married Victoria in 2013, the world had opened up to me. Jack, you and I know that I've traveled almost to all continents of the world, save for Canada and Australia. And I was younger, and I had the opportunities to say, I am not returning to Africa. But I had committed to loving Victoria and to starting a family.
Yes.
And that was the purpose for that moment. So I think there is no bigger deal that will supersede your right purposes. When children came in, I was like, our children are now our focus. We could run off and go somewhere else. But I think it takes a couple to determine and define different purposes for different seasons and work towards achieving those as you build into your bigger goal of family vision.
Wow. Wow. You have insisted on that word, purpose. 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 Why purpose? In a minute.
You know, Jackie, life has given me a different treat
In
to
a minute.
life. And one of those lifelong verses I love so much is Jeremiah 29:11.
Yeah, that's my favorite too.
Can you recite it?
For I alone knows the plans I have for you, declares the Lord of all hosts. Plans not to harm you, but to give you a hope and a future.
And a future.
And a
So
future,
our
sorry.
future is already preset by God.
By God, yeah.
And once you fail to discover your future, you might actually be in your future
Your future as a couple and as a
and it
family.
just passes by. And I discovered that it doesn't come in one big package, but it is those small purposes that you find in life. And I said, you can find your purpose for this season to be your children, to be building a home, to be pursuing education, to be pursuing, God in everything cuts across. But there are those climaxes that you keep attaining until you build the whole big castle.
Wow.
So
I
that's
mean,
what maybe I would say
I mean,
to someone who is out there.
I
What
mean,
do you say,
we can
Vic?
stay here for a whole day, but our time is up. And wow. Thank you so much, the Chwewas. This has been so exciting. We can't wait to have you here at U&I the next time. Thank you, Vicky, for coming here and for sharing your home and experience and ideas, everything with us here. God bless you so much. Once again, our audience, thank you so much for being part of Gaba Community Church. As you and I, we are excited to be sharing with you. We can't wait to see you here next time. God bless you. My name is Jacqueline Sawava.